Get comfortable again. Is that time of week again? Question of the week. Got a few of them to cover today. Let's see where we start first off. Starting one of the most popular questions on my YouTube channel since I've started was my welding technique. Okay, I'm going to show you a clip here now and explain it to you. The most asked question on my YouTube channel is how I can weld with no helmet. Am I using the squint method? Am I using, closing my eyes, whatever? I don't like talking about it because I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing. I shouldn't be teaching you guys, but I've been asked it that many times I got to show you what I do. I've been at it a long time. It's something I picked up when I was in the trade. It was so hard trying to get pieces fitted in cars, up and down with the helmet, in a dark garage, couldn't see it with the helmet shades, all that type of stuff. And it was just a technique I picked up on my own, okay? Usually when people are welding, this black dot is going to be my weld, okay? This is where my flash is going to be too. You see my tip, that's about as much tip as I usually stick out. Most people sit down and they'll start welding like this, okay? That's what you're seeing there, and you're going to go welding. That's your flash there. When I'm welding, this is what I'm doing, okay? You don't see the flash. The flash is there, but you're not getting a direct hit, okay? That's all I do. Most people will weld, they weld it like this here on the side, or they have their head on the side coming down on it this way here to hit it, and you can still see it. Me, I turn the gun and block the flash. That's all I do. It's a bad habit. Wear a helmet, and that's what, try to get more lighting, all that type of stuff. This is just something that everybody asks me, and I'm trying to cover what I do, okay? Another question that's been asked of me a few times is people that want to know about the depth of the nozzle, the tip in the nozzle, and where it should be. I have three video sections here that I'm showing you. The first one is the nozzle sticking out too far, okay? When it's stuck out too far, it loses the gas. It doesn't use the gas good, and it gets a real dirty weld. In the second video, the nozzle is flush. This is the most common one. It's still not a very good weld, okay? It's still not getting surrounded by gas. And in the third one, you'll see that the nozzle, the tip is down below the nozzle. Not a lot, just a little tiny bit, just enough that the gas can actually cover the weld as it welds, right? The tip you can see sticking out, usually about 1/8 of an inch. It all depends on the type of material you're using. Now, this process is totally different than if you were using it on flux core. Flux core is different. I'm learning with that now. If you're not familiar with it, I got a new welder that I'm using on my other channel. If you want to pop over to 50's Fab, the flip side, I'm starting to do projects over there now. I'm going to do projects over there that really don't fit into this channel over here. I'm going to leave the metal fabrication, the customization, all that type of stuff over here. Over there, I could be building anything. I could be doing woodwork, for God's sakes, over there. But I have a lot of ideas in my head of different things I'd like to do, and I like to put it on video, and I just want Summer to share it, and that's what 50's Fab Flip Side's all about. So I greatly appreciate it if you popped over there and joined and liked and shared a few videos. That channel's trying to grow. It's getting there, that type of thing. I understand why, some of my videos really don't take off. Everybody wants to see me doing the cutting butt. And you can only do that so many times. But people don't seem to get sick of it. I just tries to find new ways to use it. And a lot of the work I've been getting here lately, and I've been doing it really not much to it. I'm trying to finish up projects, get through stuff, and it involves doing other things other than cutting butt. So, I got a lot of projects coming up now. I got Ben's Vista Cruiser coming back. I got one thing I got to try to get in the shop here. Might have been not even 2 years ago, I bought a drive-on ramp. And I'm getting tired of getting down on the ground. And I need to get that brought in here and set up on the floor. It's a used ramp, an old wheel alignment ramp, and I want to see if I can get it set up and have that there. So when I brings the Vista Cruiser wagon down, I can bring it up to height so I can work on it at standing up in a nice, comfortable height. So I need to get that in the shop and get that operational before I can actually bring that in, because when I brings Ben's station wagon down, I'm going to limit. So it's not coming out of her then, it's staying here, and I'm going to be taking all the glass out of it, all that type of stuff. The whole of metal fabrication has to be done to that car. What else is on the go? Oh, my old buddy Roy Simmons showed up here showed up here yesterday, and it was quite interesting. Every now and again he shows up, and he always got a little bag of goodies for me. I've known Roy a very long time. Roy is one of the local hot rodders that goes back many, many years. You know, he was cruising around in cars when I was still in diapers. So he came up and he dropped off a little package to me, and this is what was in it. It was magazines. Now, most times you figured, okay, we get a few magazines. Yeah, fun is kind, but these magazines were cool. Just look at these magazines. Everything from the 50s, from about 53, 54 era. There's a whole bunch there from Carcraft, Hot Rod. There's a few cool ones there. Just amazing to see these magazines. And, with the internet today, you can just go on the internet and figure out how to do something. These magazines were the only way that you could do anything back in the 50s. If you wanted to learn how to do something, these magazines were how you done it. And it's very cool. So I'd like to say a special thank you out to Roy for dropping these magazines off to me. A lot of responses on this shifter knob. Cool, I enjoyed. Like, I read all the messages and everything that puts in there. It could be anything from a 5-ton truck to a tractor. Could be international. Could be Chev. It's a number of things it could be. Some says it's for a double shift tractor trailers from the early days. But the main thing is it's an old shifter knob, right? And so it's off something industrial, a big tractor trailer or a tractor or something like that. So it's pretty cool reading all them responses to what this shifter knob was. Some guys were posting stories of vehicles that they had with these shifters in them. And they were telling stories of using them, how old they were and whatever. It's pretty cool reading them. So you want to check them out, just go down through the video on the bead roller for where I was doing the stand or doing the handle and the stand. And a lot of fellas talk about it. It's pretty cool stories there. Getting a lot of good responses on the bead roller. A lot of people are talking about, what I should do, this type of thing. I have a few more videos coming to that. There'll be a new one coming out now tomorrow on that as well. I got a few more objects to do. Right now I got 1, 2, 3 things done on it. I went and turned around and put the handle on it, or reinforced it first. Then I put the crank handle on it with the spring, the return spring, and then I put it on a stand. A lot of people were comments on the stand saying about the using the engine stand. Thought it was a cool idea. Some guys saying it's going to be able to move around. I'm going to address that. That is moving around. I'm going to find a way that I can mount that to something that is going to keep it stationary. But I'd like to have everything on wheels because you just want to move stuff around. I got a couple of things here now. The English wheel, and it's not on wheels. And I'm always moving it from one side to the other, moving around the shop, and it makes a lot of noise, and it's not on wheels. It's a bit annoying. It can't be on wheels, but if I can find a way to mount things that I can bolt it to something and make it solid, then I can work it and then I'll bolt it and I can roll it over in the corner or whatever. That's what I like to have. One of the things about having a small shop is not having the room to store everything out. It'd be nice. I'd love to have another bay in the garage, another 12 by 24 bay in the garage, and I put all that equipment in there and just give it its locations and just leave it there. Won't have to move it out. You can go out and you can work away at it. My shop's not big enough for that. I got a big enough shop here now. I can fit cars in it, and I'm always going to have cars in this garage. I'm never going to have an empty bay. I got a bay right here now that's empty, and it's only empty for the simple fact that I got to bring that hoist in. So that would be the next plan to get in here. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave that one here for this evening. I enjoy doing these. It's a bit of fun. I get to answer some questions. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment sections. And I reads everything. I can guarantee that I enjoys it. Listen to the stories and, listening to people that are from all around the world. And by the way, people, one of the things that's always asked to me is that is my accent. Newfoundland, Canada. Anyway, pop over to my Facebook page. It's Fitzy's Fabrications over there. Check out my merchandise at Fitzy'sFabrications.com. I got hats, shirts, sweaters, hoodies, stickers. Pop over there and, support the channel. Anyway, I'm going to leave this one here. I hope the tips are good, and until next time. Now, what I'm going to do with that bead roller now? What's the next thing? Peanut. Peanut. What are you doing? What? Peanut. Thinking, are you? You me thinking, chair? Hmm?